It is Thursday, boys. Marquee Matchups has reset, so I can hopefully show you how you can make a lot of coins on every Thursday night, as well as every Friday night, using silver cards, using meta silvers, possibly League SBC silvers as well. We did get the new League SBCs today, but this is mainly going to be about meta silvers, marquee matchup supply, how to trade them, how to make 50,000, 100,000 coins an hour. Depends on your budget. It depends on how good you are at this, but you know what? It's not actually that hard. Welcome back, of course, to the Trade to Glory account. This is episode 2. Last episode, we got off to a flyer, boys. I think you'll remember me ending the episode on around 20,000 coins because we still had stuff selling. We have sold all that. We are now on 30,000 coins. The main activity of the episode was these ball days, as you will recall. We then, yesterday, live on stream, did buy a few cards, but deliberately not too many because I didn't want to get up loads of coins. And then episode 2 starts for 100,000 coins. Whatever it would have been, right? So, essentially, let me walk you through what we did, right? We sold all the ball days with anchors, and we did not even manage to get a single one with Shadow, but it's fine. We still made like 20k, right? We then went on to Frimpong, exact same idea, but with Shadows. We bought a lot of him for 7.5 to 8,000 coins. Sold at 8.5, 8.7, 8.7, and 8.7. So, good coins there. We then bought a few Kirkes, one with Shadow, one with Anchor, Inaki Williams with a Hunter, Emre Chan's with Shadow, Kusnov with Shadow, and the Bellingham was a one-off random snipe, live on stream. We just found him on a snipe. We can talk a lot more about him today because it's, of course, about silvers. And then, yeah, BigJead and Enzo, they were also from Chem style trading. So let us clear the transfer list on the account, okay? We are back down to nothing on the transfer list. We can probably clear the transfer targets as well. I was starting to learn Chem style prices, and I really recommend this, by the way, boys. When you're doing Chem style trading, start to learn the prices by adding the cards to your transfer targets. You can see here, these cards didn't sell. These cards here did. See how they sold there, 1.9 for the Enmecha. Nothing there sold. You can see a 3.2 for Goretzka. You just start to learn what sells and for what price. That's what I was doing there. We can probably remove that Wan-Bissaka as well. Just learning the price of the Chem style cards. And yeah, today's mainly about silvers. Let me run you down how I think it's going to go, right? We have got about 15 minutes until 7 o'clock hits, and that's when I want to start bidding from the marquee matchup supply, right? Not only did the League SBCs reset today, but we got marquee matchups. And if you look at the packs, right, from the marquee matchups SBC, they look great for silvers. Rare mixed player packs, or rare silvers. Premium mixed players, a little bit of both, rare and non-rare. Prime mixed players, again, non-rare and rare. Mixed players and Electrum players. Load of rare silvers, load of non-rare silvers, so we can trade them on open bids is what I'm going to be looking to do today, right? Basically, an hour after marquee matchups drops, all them silvers get listed on open bids, and I guarantee I can show you some right now. If you take a look at, for an example, which is Koita, right? He's one of the more expensive silvers. I might not even look to trade him today. We will have to wait and see. But he often sits between 2,000 and 3,000 coins, and as you can see, he's 2,600 coins right now. But I guarantee on open bid, there'll be some sitting here, all with sort of 30, 40 minutes left, because obviously, you know, Mark, it's like not been the full hour yet. But he is sitting there on open bids for a load of cards, and he's one of the expensive ones, right? I actually prefer a lot of the more cheaper ones, like this NDI card. He is normally a little bit cheaper. I think he's about 600, 700 coins. It varies depending on what time of day and what day you're doing this. But he's 700 coins, right? Which means we should hopefully be able to look for bids on him at just 500 coins. And as you can see, there is so many bids on this card, right, that expire within an hour. So we can try and win so many of these cards. We can also look for snipes, but this is more about bidding. And basically, I'm going to be using the spreadsheet in the Discord for this. We've got the spreadsheet in the Discord of all the meta silvers. I'm going to be going one by one, seeing what bids we can win at 7. I'm going to do a bit of Chem style trading just for 10, 15 minutes in the background. I'll let you boys know if we win anything. We might not. It's not the main point in the video. I do want to get these silvers on bids, though. Hopefully, we can go from 30 to 40 to maybe 50,000 coins by the end of the episode. What is important to understand with silver trading as well, boys, is that these cards will often stay low into Friday as well. So I never rush to pick them up. The reason for that is, right, a lot of you boys will do this as well, is you will save your marquee matchup packs for Friday. So if that is the case, then a lot of these silver packs get ripped open on a Friday instead of tonight on Thursday. So you're not looking for them to instantly rise into Friday because at 6 o'clock we get more supply. They often rise a little bit better in Saturday and Sunday when the supply dries up. So that is when you can hold long term. I would rather do some instant flipping today so we can get the coins back because, of course, we're on a low budget, boys. And when we're on low budget, you've got to keep rotating them coins in. If you're on a higher budget, you can go all in on silvers a little bit and then sell them on Sunday. And that's fine. You can do that every single week and make some coins using the spreadsheet in the Discord. I really recommend it, actually. But yeah, not one for us. We're going to be looking to instant flip where we can. And boys, while we wait for those silvers, I have just found that this Ibanez card, right, is selling for about 3,700 coins. And if you look, right, with a Shadow, he was, when I last checked, about 6.7 or around that price, 6,700 coins. So a little bit cheaper, 6.4, but nearly a 3,000 coins gap on these shadow cards. I've just checked the anchor, and there's not a gap on him, or not a big enough gap. So we're going to look for shadows, and we're going to just, you know, see if we can pick any up, basically, before we start to look for these silvers at 7 o'clock. Right, boys, I'm not going to lie, right? The Ibanez was moving slow as anything. I've just moved on to the generic hunter filter, and I can show you what that is. We've just managed to pick up a Choran, which is why I've just cut back, right? I'll show you exactly right now what we're doing. Because basically the Ibanez, there was literally nothing popping up. It's about to go 7, so we're going to switch our attention to silvers. But I've had this filter in here, right? I call it the generic hunter filter. You put hunter, gold, rare, and then just whatever they're selling for, the cheapest, which currently is 950. You can buy cards like this Gordon. That's another great pickup, right? And I'll show you why. A lot of cards appear on this filter that just basically sell for more with a hunter. Often it's quicker than doing individual players. Sometimes players are quicker. Loads of ways you can do chem style trading. Let me show you why both of them should be a good pickup. I've not checked the prices on either. I'm hoping I'm just using a bit of ball knowledge, right? That this Choran card should sell for more with a hunter, but not much more. But we picked him up for 800 coins. He should be anywhere around here. And if you look at this, it looks like he's probably just not even on the market with a hunter. Oh, he is, to be fair. But he's, look at that, 2,000 coins, right? We picked it up for 800 coins. He might take a little while to sell because he is a centre mid. Gordon will sell a lot quicker. Gordon's also going out of packs, by the way, with the new UCL promo. Doubt that'll affect him, but just again, if you want to know, all those leaks are in the Discord. You can find them there. With a hunter, he looks to sell for about 1.4, maybe. The 1.5's there. A 1.4 does take a while to sell. We honestly might just list him for 1.3 because we do want to get the coins quick and rolling. If we list him for 1.3, we should hopefully get the coins back pretty quickly. Again, if you were, you know, have more than 50k, you could list him for 1.4, get the coins there. He looked like he was selling for 2k. I'm going to list him for 1.6. Again, you can definitely get more. We just need to keep the coins flowing. Whenever you're on low budget, it's so important to keep the coins flowing. That's the generic hunter filter. We could have made a lot more coins if we stayed on that for longer, but of course, silvers are our priority. I'm going to go back away now and start adding silvers to the transfer targets. Let's see what we can find in terms of like open bids. So boys, we have gone and added a load of silvers to our bid list, basically. These are all the silvers on open bid that sell for more. Some sell for just more. Godfrey's like 500, 600. Lawrence a little bit more. And Dye's like 500, 600. Some sell for quite a bit more. Like I think a Tele's like more like 1,000, right? So it can be anywhere in that range. Duranville, I sold one today at 1.7k, so we'll probably win none of him. We're literally looking for small profits here. Normally, right, you can win some amazing deals here. I've noticed that recently, people are overbidding like crazy on these silvers. The better play, in my opinion, is to bid and hold them into Saturday and Sunday. Of course, we're looking to instant flip, simply just because, you know, we've not got the time. But you can definitely hold these into like a couple later days, because then you can pick up at a little bit of a higher price and basically still make a lot of coins when they rise in the coming days, right? We're going to look to instant flip. Like I say, these do have a while to expire. We've got the Brackelman in a 2 minute, and then they, you know, get basically gradually up from there, right? Up to like 10 minutes. And a lot of these, just because of how the transfer market works, you can't find cards under like 5 minutes a lot of the time. So a lot of these are expiring in like 20 minutes. So we'll come back to them then. I'm obviously going to try and win the first few that expire right now. Like I say, the success rate on these can be hit and miss. It's why you've got to diversify the cards you're looking for. Like, for example, someone might go and overbid on all the Brackelmans, and then no one's looking at the Murphys. It could be anywhere in between. So make sure you diversify your cards. But yeah, I'm looking for instant flips here. A little tip when bidding, boys. It's nothing major. But if you find a card like this Hamza Igamain, who does bid, and I think he sells like 400, 500 coins, right? So we can bid on him for 300, hopefully sell for 500. If you can, leave it on open bid for as long as possible. It just leaves it more like no one's looking at that card. As soon as there's a bid on that card in that middle slot, in the current bid slot, it just gets a lot more attention. It's very unlikely that no one else will bid on this card, but just in case, try and leave it as long as possible until you place your actual bid. There you go, boys. First bid of the night. We get a Calvin Brackelman. We just won the first one, so we can come right back. We won it for 600 coins. And if I go and show you, this guy sells for like, I think it's 1.5, 1.8k. Again, silvers lazy sell really well. It's frustrating that we don't have a lot more coins, but that's, you know, the whole point of the series, right? I'm working with a low budget, like a lot of you guys will be working with. Basically, I could list this car for like 1.8 to 2,000 coins, and he could definitely sell. I want to undercut because, again, I need the coins back. So I might go and undercut this card. But that was the first bid we've tried. We won it for 600 coins, and we can go and at least list them up for 1.5. I'm going to try and get 1.6 back. Hopefully that sells, and we can reinvest the coins. And then look at that. 1,000 coins profit pretty easily. And hopefully we can get some more bids like that on the Brackelmans. We can get some more on the Murphys. Some of these cards will 100% be overbid. For example, this Murphy sells right now for about 1,000 coins, right? So 750 coins means this has got 10 minutes left, and for me to win it, I have to bid 800 coins, and you're cutting down the profit a lot there already. So if a card looks overbid, in my opinion, I'll remove it from the transfer target and just move on. And that goes for pretty much all Murphy cards. Yes, like all these do have the bids on, but these before didn't have the bids on. But you likely have got, the same person looking at these cards. So even though they don't have the 750s on yet, we can just get rid of them because you only have so much space here, and we can go and free up more players. Like we can go for more like Brackelman maybe. And it looks like as well. Yeah, there you go. Brackelman sold 1.6 pretty instantly. Coins are back. 1,000 coins profit nearly. That's how we're doing it, okay? Because he works so well, I've literally just gone and put, another couple on the transfer targets. Again, you're working with limited spaces here, but if something seems to be working, don't try and break it. If it's working, don't fix it. Stick with it. Make some coins. Right, this Igamain's about to expire. He only sells for about 450, 500, but we're taking small profits. We're not going to bid more than 300. I'm just hoping because he's so cheap, we can win that bid pretty easily. That's a nice easy one we can move on. The Brackelmans are starting to expire. My max bid on this genuinely will be up to like 1,000, 1,200 coins. I wasn't looking for that 1,000 coins profit, to be honest. I'm looking for actually smaller profits, which you'll find in most of these cards. But genuinely, the reason this is so OP is you've just seen me win that 600 coin bid first time. There's just so much silver supply at 7 o'clock on a Thursday and 7 o'clock on a Friday that even there's so many people bidding, there's just too much supply to go around, so you can all win bids on pretty decent undercuts if you just bid enough for that night. And boys, this is another good example. I've only just gone for like a minute, but look at this, right? This Brackelman we've just seen sells for about 1.8 thousand coins, even on a lazy, and you've just seen someone bid 2.4 thousand coins. Yes, this is just an idiot, right? There's nothing secret to it. Someone's either overbid or they're just an idiot. You can just ignore that card, right? This is what you're competing with sometimes. Sometimes idiots trade. That's fine. That's why you boys watch these videos, so you know exactly what you're doing and you don't fall into that trap. We can list that Igamain straight away. I'm not expecting a quick sale on him. I'm going to try and get 500. That could take all night, to be honest. But again, if we can win loads of them, the 200 coins does stack up, so I still don't mind it. Boys, I've just gone to check Calvin Brackelman's price. Literally, this is not even for a snipe, right? Just gone to check his price, and one pops up for 350 coins. This is the thing I'm saying about silvers. The price, differential on silvers, I don't know what you want to call it, price margin, profit margin, is crazy, right? We were just checking his price for 1.9k, and look at that. He's back up now to 2.5k. So I guess when that person was bidding for 2.4 thousand coins, he was already at a low, right? You see him before at 1.8 thousand coins. This is why that's so good. Mine should just go and sell instantly again, pretty much. This will sell for 1.9. We already sold one at 1.6. You can see why silvers are crazy to trade with. The price just moves on them so much. We're going to win another bid here, knowing that he sells for 2.3. We can go a lot higher there. And I guarantee, by the way, there'll be loads more snipes like that sitting on the market. You've just got to go and look, right? So don't just lock into bids like I'm locking in. You can do both. I am searching for cards in the background. You just won't see it because I'm going quiet in between and just looking to, win bids, look for some snipes, right? But it is so OP on Thursday and Friday night, especially on a low budget. I know, boys, as well, by the way, I'm currently managing loads of bids at the minute. I know it can feel stressful if you're not winning any of these bids, and I know it's often tempting to try and overbid, but you are always better not overbidding than just losing out on a card. Like I tried to explain before, some people are just crazy and will literally bid on a card to win it for the sake of pride. If a card's not worth the price to bid on, you just ignore it and move on, right? You can see I'm winning cards. I've just won an Oku at 300 coins, which is just mental. I'll jump into that in a second. But I'm not overbidding on cards at all. You just don't need to, right? I'm winning my cards that are, going for a good price. If they're not, I'm going to move on. It's fine. So, boys, let me hit you with a little update. We sold the Gordon before we bought for 800 coins. The Thuram is still selling. We did predict that one could take a little bit longer to sell. Basically, he will sell for that. It's just that he's only a central midfielder. Not many people are looking with this, for a central midfielder with a Hunter, so he could take a while to sell. We've already sold a few of the Brackelmans, but you'll see, right? We've got Igamain selling right now. We have then got all these silvers. We just won some crazy prices, some for less so. This Pabega, 400. He sells for 600. Mailson sells for 500, 600. Godfrey, 600, 600, 600. And then, so they're all small profits, right? We got a Brackelman for 1.6. He's selling for 2k at the moment, so I'm fine with that. Oku for 450 is crazy. He's selling for 2k, so that's amazing. Another one there. So them two together are 3.5k profit. That's mental. He's selling for 2.5k. That's 1,000 profit. Another 1,000 profit on Oku there. Another 700-ish coins profit. Another 1 point something profit on him. We won so many of him. He was the coin maker today, right? We did another Brackelman at 1.4. That's a couple hundred coins, right? So they're all the ones that we've already added to the transfer list. And then on the transfer targets, we've won some more Njimias and Jimas. 450 coins. He only sells for 600, 650. That's fine. Koulibaly's one for 700. He right now on the market is 900 coins, but I checked his FUT GG graph, and earlier today, he was 2,000 coins. So he might be a little bit of a longer hold. We'll see how he goes. Another Brackelman there. Some more Igamains, all at minimum price. We love that. A Robinson who sells for about 600 coins. He's fine. Another Oku there at 1,000 coins. We should try and bid on this Brackelman and win him for close to 1,000 coins again to get some more profit. And these are the rest I'm bidding on, right? Bids are starting to dry up already. The bids were nowhere near as good today as they can be on other days. And I even think, boys, if you're around tonight, it should be Friday night, basically, with the promo. These bids should go mental. The reason is because It'll be the exact same supply, if not more supply. But what you get on Friday night is the traders who normally do silvers on Thursday night. What you'll find is they are split elsewhere on the market. They are doing things like mass bidding on meta cards. They're buying icons. They're doing all sorts. So if you're on a lower budget and you want something a little bit under the radar, go and do silvers tomorrow night, Friday. I think it should be tonight when you're watching this, and it should cook. It should be amazing. Let me try and close out a few more of these bids, and then I'll update you boys where we are left. Right, boys, we have gone and won the last of the bids. Let's assign all and see what we have got for today, okay? This was not a really good haul as well, right? I think on days previously, I've won 50 to 100 silvers. Obviously, being more active on the game, like sitting there for hours at a time, which we've not done today, right? But we also, by the way, I was waiting for some silvers on bids, and I went back to the generic hunter filter. We got a Xavi Simons with a hunter for 750 coins, who I imagine will sell for about 1.5k, so a nice little double of the coins there. But these are all the silvers we got. We ended up with about 2.5 pages of silvers. Average profit on these about 500 coins. We got a lot for 1,000 profit. We also got a lot for like 200, 300 coins profit. So average profit, about 500 coins. A really nice haul for quite a short time period invested. Just bidding on some silvers. You can do some Chem style trade on the background of this today. Like I say, I got a few extras, which is another couple thousand coins profit. Like you see with the Charam, like you see with the Gordon at the start as well. And obviously the Jamie Siemens. But yeah, this could be really nice. I'm going to be in no rush to sell these, I think. I think we're going to sell them nice and slowly going into the next episode. However, I do want to get liquid coins as soon as possible when we're back on the next episode. So I'm in no rush to sell them, but in general, when we do the next episode, we want coins back. So it's a little bit of both, right? I'm going to see if I can sell them maybe overnight tonight into Friday, get some instant flips so we get the coin back. And then next episode, we can look at maybe some Chem style trading again, maybe some special card trading. We're getting towards already 40 to 50,000 coins pretty quickly, which means even now we can look at some special card trading. Special card trading, I often like looking at discard cards. I was actually thinking with the last of the coins, there is one card that still interests me before we end, and that is this Due card, right? This Due card has a Scream card. It has been massively overinvested, so it came right down, right? His Scream card, despite having 99 defending, was sitting at like 11,000 coins and below. Look at this, right? This is insane. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to look to win this Due card here for 10,250 coins on bid. I think this is so obvious, boys. This card discards, and hopefully we can win this and show you. This card discards for about 10,200 coins. So if this doesn't rise ever for the rest of the game cycle, we lose about 10 coins. I think it might be 10,240. So, I mean, someone's buying that there. I might just buy one, but ideally I want to win one on bid, because if you can win these on bids, boys in the Discord have been doing it all day. So we can just win one on bid to spend the rest of our coins. The plan is, right, if you look at this card, 99 defending. I want to hold this into the weekend. Obviously, recording this on a Thursday means people are going to start buying their teams on Friday. And I think despite the oversupply on this card, people hopefully have to realize it still does have 99 defending. Even if it's for a weekend, 99 defending is a little bit crazy. So yeah, let's see if we can win one of them on bid. If we can't, and these 10.5s keep just selling, I will eventually buy one. But there's so many here that I'm hoping we can win one of these for 10,250. This is basically people just panic selling the card after they invested. Never a good thing to do. Hopefully we can get 13 or 14k back for that on top of the silvers. Clearly someone's just outbid us or bought the card again. But I'm going to try and win one of them before we end the episode. And there we go, boys. Literally the next one we bid on, we win at 10,250. It's crazy my luck sometimes. Let me just double check this for you, but I'm pretty sure the discard, yeah, as you can see there, the discard on this card is 10,248 coins. It is literally 2 coins lost per card. 2 coins lost per card if this doesn't go well. If you've got a crap ton of coins and you're watching this and he's still at 10,250 on bid, I genuinely think you win as many as physically possible. You win 100 of these cards, right? And it's 2 coins per card. 200 coin loss is if you win 100 of the cards. That is mental to me. If he goes up even 1,000 coins, it'd be 100k. So I really don't mind that. We'll add him to the transfer list. He might not go up at all, right? There's loads of supply on the card. When it's that obvious, why not, right? We had the coins there to spend. That is how you trade, right? When you've got coins there to spend, you've got to look to spend them. I'm going to list this Charam for 12 hours. Cards like this with a hunter, right? We'll list him for 1.4, I'll say. They can take a while to sell if they're not strikers, they're not wingers. So I don't mind listing him for 12 hours. However, the silvers, by the way, silvers, like I said before, they lazy sell really well. And because we're in no rush to sell them, we do want them gone before next episode, but we're in no rush to sell them. So everything here, we're going to lazy sell. The reason, like I say, we're in no rush to sell them is because they've just been supplied on the market. Again, they're not going to rise properly until Saturday or Sunday. We can at least give them like a few hours into sort of Friday morning, and it takes that supply off the market, so I don't mind it. We'll also lazy sell the duo. Whenever you're lazy selling, boys, lazy selling's listing for 1 hour because you need them to, like, the cards to be expiring as much as possible. So, you know, if this expires every hour is one more chance a lazy buyer buys it, right? So anyway, let's list him for about 13,000 coins. If that sells, it's profit. If it doesn't, it's no worries. And then that Xavi Simmons we picked up with a Hunter for about 750 coins that we picked him up for. He looks like he could be about 2,000 coins with a Hunter. Yeah, 2,000 coins with a Hunter. Again, we'll lazy sell him for 2,000 coins at some point. That's great, right? I might even list him overnight, to be honest, and just get the coins out. Either one should be fine. He won't sell for much more than 2,000 coins just because there's so much supply on the market. That is fine. If we list him for 1.9 and do 12 hours, he should actually just sell with the Tram. So that's, look, another 1,000 coins profit. And that was just while we were waiting for the silvers. That was, I know we didn't see that, but that was just on the same generic Hunter filler that we won Charam on, that you see me win Gordon on. Just an extra bit of profit. We can make 1,000 coins there, 500 on him, 500 on Gordon, hopefully 1,000 coins there. That's a couple thousand coins. And with all the silvers, boys, can we touch 50k by next episode? I'm going to quickly show you what I'm listing them for. I think it's really good knowledge, right? So this male, we won at 350. He's selling for about 500 at the minute, so we'll list for 700. There's just no reason not to. Similar with Pabega, he's been selling for about 650, so we'll list at 800. And we're going to do that same pattern for all the cards, right? Whatever they're selling for, we're going to list for 100 or 200 coins more, just because there's no reason not to, right? If they sell, great, and if not, we're expecting these to rise anyway. They all sell for a couple hundred coins more than what we won on bids, so we're already making profit just by the bids, right? But by adding a few extra 100 coins, I almost guarantee a few of these will just sell randomly every time we relist them, which is great. Who doesn't love a few extra 100 coins? The one thing that's really important, boys, when you're lazy selling is basically don't click relist all, because what happens is, let me try and show you. If we just back out of this ninja card, so let's list him and we can back out. We'll list him for 800 coins, right? If you at the end here, if you click relist all with your right trigger and you've got multiple of the same cards, let's say we got this Oku and we've got quite a few of them, right? We've got like 5 or 6 of that card. They all get listed at the same time, so the exact same time, and it just means that they don't lazy sell as well. If someone seems 5 cards at the exact same time, normally they just don't buy any of them. I know it's weird, I do get it, but it does happen. And the next thing is, if you've got multiple of the same card, is to make sure you stagger the listings. So again, don't list them all at the same price, they just won't sell. The whole point of lazy selling is people don't really know what the price is and they just can't bother to check. So if you've got 5 cards listed at 1.7k, all of them, people won't buy any of them. That you need to list one at 1.7, one at 1.8, one at 1.6. Just, you know, that sort of pattern. That's how they lazy sell. I'm going to go list the rest of these cards and I'll show you what I'm listing them for right at the end. Right, boys, so for example, on the Okus, 1.6, 1.8, 1.7, 1.9, 1.8, and then another 1.9. Just stagger the listings a little bit. It's the same on Brachelman, right? 1.9, 1.9, but then 2.2. And I think there's one more of him at the end on another listing at like 2k. Yeah, another one there for 2,000 coins. So you can see I'm just staggering the listings. What's really important is I'm going to be listing these cards every single hour I'm either on the game or companion app. That is just how to increase the chance of these lazy sales. You need to be listing them as much as possible. Boys, if you could leave a like on the video for episode 2. I'm really enjoying this series. I can't wait until we've got like 100,000 coins or more and we can start doing more, you know, different methods. And speaking of, Charam just sold there, Chem style trading working. That's another, like, what was it, like 600, 700 coins profit. I really do appreciate all the love from you boys recently. You've been smashing it in the Discord and also in the comments. You boys have been telling me you've been smashing it. So let me know down below, what liquid coins are you currently sat at? Is it more or less than 100,000 coins? And if you do want to know as well, by the way, how to trade that UCL primetime promo that is coming out tonight. It looks like a fire promo. We made a video on it that went out yesterday. You can go and check that out. It should be on the screen now. I talk about everything UCL primetime and how to trade it. Great video, so don't miss that one. But boys, like always, until next time, I will see you all in a bizzle.